have an urge and I eat, like full on. That's it. So, it's like angry, lonely, tired, bored, sad, distracted, excited. All of these things had one thing in common: they caused a craving. And so it was that hedonic hunger, right? Not actual physiologic hunger. It was the emotional hunger for most of them that was driving them to eat most of the time.
So in some ways, from a medical perspective, from a health perspective, you can see why, doctors would say, we have these hunger signals that have been fine-tuned over many tens of thousands of years of evolution. We should just listen to those hunger signals, and those hunger signals will tell us when to eat and when to stop eating. But of course, what's happening here is something that's layered on top of those, thousands of years of evolution teaching us when to be hungry, because it's our emotional lives that are actually going to be driving when we're choosing to reach for that candy or that cigarette or that drink.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would say for so many of us, this is the case most of the time.
When we talk about our cravings, we usually talk about the things we are craving. Cigarettes, alcohol, a gigantic slice of cheesecake. What we often don't talk about are the things that are behind our cravings. When we come back, Judd decides to try a different approach to cravings. No willpower required. You're listening to Hidden Brain. I'm Shankar Vedant.
Your entire life you've been told to save, but has anyone helped you?
You blew it out.
We often give in to uncontrolled indulgence. One of Judd Brewer's patients personified her urges in the form of a craving monster. The monster was huge and powerful, and no matter how hard she fought it usually won in the end. In time, Judd Brewer came to see that the monster had a puppeteer who was pulling its strings. In his books, The Craving Mind, From Cigarettes to Smartphones to Love, Why We Get Hooked and How We Can Break Bad Habits, and The Hunger Habit, Why We Eat When We're Not Hungry and How to Stop, he asks what would happen if we examined the puppeteer standing behind the monster. Judd, after you had the insight that we lack awareness into why we engage in unhealthy behaviors, you ran a little experiment on yourself. You were about to snarf down a bag of gummy worms. Paint me a picture of what happened that night.
I don't even remember what prompted me to go on the gummy worm binge that night, but there I was. And I'd been kind of learning how to pay attention to my own senses more